This conference will now be recorded.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'd like to call the January 26th Board of Commissioners to order. Let's start today with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we got a fine agenda in front of us. Oh, excuse me. Let's public forum. Anybody in the audience or on the virtual wall today that would like to raise their hand or indicate in some fashion that they'd like to speak to the commission?
Nobody in the audience, and nothing was received ahead of time.
Okay, well then we'll close the public forum portion of it. We have an agenda. Do we like the agenda?
Yeah, I'd make a motion to approve that agenda.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, it passes. We have consent items, A through I. How do we like those consent items?
Right, well, I would make a motion to approve the consent agenda items A through I.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those pass. We have no old business. We have no new business. Brings us to manager's reports. General manager.
All right, flows at the plant right now are at 3.6 million gallons a day. And I'll go ahead and do the assistant general managers as well, which is no GFCs have been sold yet this year and 8 permits have been issued.
All
And
right.
that's all I got.
All right. I was informed before the meeting that we will not have a city report. I think that's still the case unless there's any late breaking additions.
No,
Okay. That brings us to commissioners' reports. Since I'm Commissioner 3, let's start with Commissioner 1, which is a test.
Okay, you know, the last time I looked at one of my signs, it said position 3, so I'm not sure if I'm looking at an old sign, but okay. Anyhow, really the only thing I have is I'm gonna attend a workshop this coming weekend for the Washington Association of Water and Sewer Districts down in Linwood. Look forward to it. The board meeting we had, because I'm part of the statewide board, went really well. Just some updates that I think we'll eventually talk about, but it's really going through the legislative process. But that's it. Thank you, everybody, for the hard work.
All right. Commissioner Wright?
I have the same report. I'm going also to the same workshop on Saturday. Looking forward to learning a lot and networking, and that's all I have today.
All right. And I'm not going to the same workshop as you two are, but I aspire to learn through your experience while you're there. I will be back in the Northwest from the 8th through the 12th if there's any in-person pieces that would be helpful. Appreciate the staff and the team for all the work as usual. Can't say that often enough. And Keith, welcome to the party. I don't know if you've been introduced on a meeting before that I've missed, but you're a face on the screen and a name on a screen that looks new. Why don't you take a couple minutes and just kind of introduce yourself or do a little dance or something as a means of initiation.
I'll start with the introductions and we'll see how the dancing goes. But thanks, Kevin. My name is Keith Stewart. I'm with Gray and Osborne. I've been with G&O for 12 years now. I've been a contributor for the water group and the wastewater group as well. So I'm familiar with district facilities and such. I assisted with some minor portions of minor projects in the past, and I'm familiar. Work closely with Doug Welch, who's our wastewater group leader, and am trying to assimilate into the role Barry Baker played with the district in previous years. Lee Nelson, I think, will certainly still be intimately involved with all of the workings here. But my role is to kind of just be a facilitator to develop scopes and make sure the district needs are met, whether it be for development review, conveyance projects, or wastewater projects. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity and looking forward to meeting everyone in person as the months proceed.
Well, welcome, and G&O is a critical partner of the districts and has been for years. We so appreciate the work that's been done and welcome you to the team. And Leah, you're the consistency, and the thread that's run through a lot of great work. So I appreciate both of you, and I appreciate you deciding to apply your skills, Keith, here at the district. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, with that warm hug, I think this leads us to an executive session, unless I've missed anything. So let me ask my fellow commissioners and general manager, anything else before we conclude or pause and go to executive session?
No, other than you made it in 5 minutes, it seems like. So there might be a record. Yeah.
Well, we'll ruin that with the executive session, I'm sure. So could I turn this over to our legal counsel to do the preamble, and how long do we think we need today?
Should we start with 20 minutes?
Okay, that sounds.
Or-
Let's bring it to the bottom of the hour because it's a nice round
Okay.
number. Yeah, so let's do that. Okay, great. Go ahead.
All right. The Lake Stevens Sewer District Commission will now move into executive session pursuant to RCW 423110, subsection 1, subsection I, to discuss with legal counsel representing the agency's matter related to pending litigation to which the agency is a party. The executive session will last 24 minutes and conclude at 9:30 a.m. At the conclusion of the executive session, the commission will return to the regular board meeting with no related announcements or action taken.
Perfect. I'll give a second to.
This conference will now be recorded.
Commission is coming out of executive session to extend the executive session an additional 20 minutes. We'll come out at 9:50. We do not expect any decisions to be taken at that time. We anticipate just concluding the general session. So we're going to go back in executive session now. Thank you.
This conference will now be recorded.
Board of Commissioners have come out of executive session. We're in regular session. We're coming out for the purpose to extend to the top of the hour, 10 o'clock Pacific time. No decisions or changes are anticipated. Thank you.
This conference will now be recorded.
All right, the commission's back in regular session and no decisions as stated previously. Any other comments, concerns, or shall we adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you,
Have
everybody.
a great Thursday.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice seeing you, Jordan.